after a great night here at Bullara Station, it's time, as promised, to rather reluctantly hit the road. It's such a genuine slice of Australian outback life here. I have to say, it's kind of hard to say goodbye. From here, the drive to Exmouth is only 90 k's away, but there are some sights to behold on the journey north. On the approach to Exmouth, the change in scenery is spectacular, and it's the perfect chance to stop for a closer look. Starting with the razor-backed ridges and multicoloured gorges of Charles Knife Canyon. You don't get a sense of how big this range is until you're on top of it. On foot, it's a breathtaking view. I can just imagine how great it would look from a scenic flight. Right now, we're at a height of 320 metres above sea level. That's as tall as the Eiffel Tower. From the top of the world to an equally impressive canyon, Shot Hole Canyon to be exact, the 12-kilometre scenic drive along the floor of the gorge is incredible. It showcases the 3 differing rock layers that make up the walls of the gorge. And its name, Shot Hole, is derived from the shot holes left in the terrain following the explosive charges set for seismic studies during oil exploration works in the early 50s. Here's a tip, visit this canyon between August and October and all this green shrubbery you see will have burst into colour. It's wildflower season then, and many of the species you'll find here you won't see anywhere else. Well, here we are at the end of the Coral Coast Highway, our final destination, Exmouth, 1,200 kilometres drive north of Perth. Now, it's my first visit here, and first impressions are that with its vibrancy and the eclectic community around the place, Exmouth is a lot like any of the towns you'd find in our southwest, only with the added bonus of tropical heat. And in my book, that makes it perfection. Next, visit the Ningaloo Center, where you can absorb as much information as you desire on the World Heritage status of Ningaloo. Also, get all the info on the many tours and activities in and around the town. This is the location of the brand new Ningaloo Aquarium and Discovery Centre, a way to experience the biodiversity and colours of the reef without getting wet. Another must-see Exmouth location is Fleming Lighthouse. It's about 17 k's out of the Exmouth town site. It overlooks beautiful Lighthouse Bay and the US Navy's communication station behind me. But one of the things I love most about this spot is it's one of the few places in Australia where you can watch the sunrise and the sunset over the ocean. How good is Exmouth? Built in 1912, the lighthouse stands on the northernmost tip of the Cape Range. With spectacular views of Ningaloo Reef, you might even be lucky enough to see humpback whales migrating south from the vantage point on the hill. To finish our trip and day in Exmouth, there's no better place than the world-famous Turquoise Bay. This beach attracts water lovers from all over the world who want to take a dip and then drift dive along Ningaloo Reef with super easy access right here on the shoreline. It's one of those experiences that deserves pride of place on your bucket list. You know, after all that driving, I think it's high time I got my toes in that water. Ta-da!